Hello everyone, I'm making a new video, just an update basically on the yesterday's setup. First, a risk disclaimer, you can read, I'm not a financial advisor, this is just my view on the market. You can pause the video and read the content. So yesterday we were talking about 5 energies and we actually used 3 charts at the same time, which might have been confusing, but it's really rare that an opportunity like this occurs actually, because you have 3 charts and you had alignment of the energies on all those 3 charts. So I don't want to go too much in detail because I explained everything yesterday, but basically the trade went ideally in our way. I mean, basically, um, my take profit one was at this trend line here. So what we did, we shorted here. I mean, I shorted here and I had my stop loss there. So obviously the risk to reward there is great. And then another take profit I had here at the previous swing kind of low. Okay, here you can actually see it better on hourly chart. I'll just draw here. So this was my second take profit. This was my first take profit. So I took 50% here and I wanted to take 25% here and then 25 lower down, but totally by mistake. I know my head is, I don't know, in a Sunday mode or whatever. I took all the profits here by mistake. I would actually want to be in a trade still, because I think this is still going lower because we still don't have the divergence here. But taking profit is always nice. I took 50% here and 50% here, although my goal was to take 25 here and 25 lower. So yeah, just an update. What next, right? I think this. What's amazing about this trade setup that I did yesterday, and we are still kind of in, is that it kind of forms another trade in case it goes to our plan. Because basically we were shorting here and we said, I hope it's not too confusing because because I have 3 charts, and it's kind of challenging to speak and do all this at the same time. But let's focus now on the left chart, which is our main chart. So we were talking about this 5 waves, and this I'll repeat, this is not Elliott wave, this is just this course that I'm following, top dog trading, and basically it's a bit different. The main thing is that we only start counting waves when we go across the 50 MA here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this is just the average wave. It's, sometimes you have 3 waves, sometimes you have 5, you can have, extended trend, you can have 7, you have 9, but this is the average. So we want to have our odds in our favor. So I only, in a setup like this, I would go only short first retracement and second retracement. So we were in a second retracement, so I shorted here. And what's beautiful about this, as I said, is that if this really comes closer down to around here, it breaks previous low and goes here, and we have a divergence on the 3-hourly chart here. Okay, let me draw this down. So this is MACD, right? And it has the settings are a bit different. I can actually show you guys the settings. How do I do that? Okay, here. So I have, these are the settings, they're a bit different. You have fast line is 5, 20, and then you have 30 for signal smoothing. And I don't use the histogram. I mean, this is according to this strategy, but even before that, I didn't really use the histogram. I'm using histogram just as a design, I would say, for MACD. But I think, yeah, and signal. So that's for the settings there. But basically, I don't know, probably if you're using a different MACD, you would have something like this as well. I didn't really use anything else, so I'll talk about what I know. So we said we didn't have a divergence here on MACD, when we had our previous low. We had a divergence when it came to a retrace, because this retrace, the move up was stronger than on the previous retrace. So that's a good indicator that we might have a reversal. Here we were talking about this yesterday. So what I'm looking for now is the price to come lower around here somewhere, and of course this might take longer, right? This might consolidate a little bit, but if the price does come there lower than the previous low, around the area 7,500, 7,600, around that area, and the MACD makes divergent wave in a sense, so we have something like this, but this is angling down. Oh my god, this, I think I would be taking this trade all day long. And of course I mean going buying, right? Because that means that the power of a downtrend is dying, and also we had a stronger move up, and then if we have a weaker move down, that is a really nice setup for going long. So that's the best thing about this trade, because you can go from short, and if everything aligns, you go long when this ends. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Really, what I'm observing. Okay, on 20, actually I was observing some divergences before. Here on 20 minutes, we had this bit divergent. We made a lower. So if this is a retrace down, we made a lower high. But it was divergent, and then this is actually a little bit divergent. So this might be the first signal that we are already turning around, but this is only 20 minute chart, and for swing trades, for longer trades, I want to look at the bigger chart. And also the problem with this one, even okay, this is divergent, which is kind of like signal for buying, but I would have a problem here. That problem is that we are buying straight into this trend line, and of course we might break. We have a little bit of volume there as well. We have this stochastic angling up, so of course we could break this, but I don't think the probabilities are on our side. I would want to wait to have more confirmation. Also, if we look at stochastic indicator on 1 hour chart, it's still angling down. On 3 hours, still angling down. So we're still kind of, if we go long here, we're going against a strong energy. It's almost like swimming against a river, right? Swimming up the stream. So of course it could work, but I'm really looking for those setups that offer a good probability when the chances are on my side. I like fewer and better trades than jumping in and out, because then like fees will will bring me down, because like I'm doing the reports on every trade that I make, and I'm noting down the fees. I'm on trading on Bitfinex, and they might seem small, like 0.1%, but they add up. They add up a lot, like especially because if you're trading really short term, just from a jump from here to there, so let's say that's a $300 difference, and we are paying 0.1. So what is that? So 1% would be let's make this calculation. Actually, I didn't even plan to do this, but why not? All right, so let's say we enter. Let's say that $300 is the difference. You go in and you go out, and the price is, let's just say it's 9,000. Okay, price. Okay, but that's a USD, and let's say it's 9,000, and 300 is the difference. So delta is 300. and the fee is 0.1%. 0.1. Okay, so and you have to pay the fee when you go in and when you go out. So let's say you buy 1 Bitcoin to make things easy. So fee going in is this multiplied by this, so $9, and fee going out is of course the same. So we can just, if I will copy this, everything will move. So I'll just do it like that for the sake of the. So you pay $18 fee. But let's say that the delta was $300. So what is the percentage of that? Okay, so this is all together. We have to sum this up. So fee obviously altogether is 18, but let's keep it nice and neat. Fee sum fee, and then let's say that we go up, we have a delta. So percentage of fee. Okay, here it actually doesn't look too bad. I don't know, when I'm trading it seems like probably there are some other fees as well there, because this doesn't look bad at all. Yeah, that's only 6% fee. Wow, I'm actually surprised. To be honest, I'm a little bit surprised. Did I do everything right here? 1% would be 90. 0.1 is 9. That's fine. But why am I? Because I know personally from experience I'm getting higher fees. So it's true that sometimes you have to do a margin, buy or sell, so your fees are twice as much. So let's assume that you are doing a margin, buy and sell. Then it goes to $36. Yeah, the difference is big, right? And it goes to up to 12% in this very example. But of course, it will be really high to catch this exactly like this small movement. Is actually smaller than 300. 300 is actually not bad. So we had 200 and 8,200. Yeah, almost 300. So to catch a move like this, yeah, actually it's not too bad. But of course, like it's almost impossible to catch it. I mean, it is not. It's almost. It is impossible to catch the total bottom. So let's say you enter about here and you exit about there. Let's say, okay, I'm gonna buy this because I have this angling up and we had a double bottom, and then you're hitting into this resistance. So let's say that you buy around here, 280, and then you actually, let's say I'm sell here, so then it's all of a sudden it's only 200. Delta is only 200. So then all of a sudden the fee is quite big. I made a lot of assumptions there. I don't know. I just I just went into this. Sometimes I just might challenge my own ideas and just put them on the paper. But yeah, because of all that, I'm looking for longer kind of like swings. Of course, I'm also doing scalping, but like this specific setup, I think it's setting up really, really nicely for like a longer term swing, like for a few days or at least a day. If we get all that divergent and all, I think we can have a really, really nice trade. But of course I will wait for it to turn around to get a divergence and close. I'll wait for the close on 20 or 1 hourly chart, depends on what divergence will tell me in the situation, and only then I will go in. So I'll go in a bit higher, but then I have a nice potential for going up, right? And I'll go to a bigger chart. We were talking about this already, about this wedge yesterday. I really encourage you to watch my video from yesterday, especially if you're like a trader, more like advanced. It's just a nice strategy that I'm using. I think it's really rare, stop dog trading strategy. But like, let's say I'm buying around here. When this bounces off, I could go from 7,800, so around here, all the way up to at least here, right? So that's 1,500 difference. My first profit only. My first take profit is 1,500 with a stop loss probably around here. So actually, yeah, closer to this. It depends what the price will do, but my aim is to have a stop loss at around 300 to 400 for trades like this. So let's say I have it at 400. You know, that's a good take profit there for just this move, you know. And it's good because you can you go to sleep and money is working for you. This is what I like about swing trades, that, you know, you have, it's almost like a passive income. I'm doing both. I'm doing scalping, I'm doing this, and of course, as I mention this every time, I'm only learning. I know I'm not an experienced, but I'm putting a lot of energy into this. I'm learning basically a lot. I would say, put it that way, but I do learn a lot, and I'm looking at these charts. But then my second take profit, right, would be, I would actually even maybe monitor the price, but even aim for breakout, because that would be a really good indicator that we actually can break out, and then just leave the half of the trade to work for you, right? So yes, keep posted. Right now there's nothing yet when it comes to that divergence. You can argue that we have a little bit of shift, but I don't think it's too strong, or I wouldn't go in right now. Not yet. We're too close to resistance. Wait for the price to come down to us and to this area, 7,500, for it to turn around, because I don't want to catch a falling knife. Wait for it to turn around and close while having the indicators kind of shifting up, have a little bit of divergence, and you have yourself a really, really nice high probability trade. All right, traders, good luck. Thank you for your support. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Goodbye.